Last time on Elementary Horror Stories. Back in 4th grade, my class had a student that needed to use a wheelchair. As he raises his hand to ask if he could use the bathroom, looking at his face, you couldn't really tell if he needed help or not. And boy oh boy did he take his time. He just been through the worst time of his life. So his pants fall down and he flashes the entire class. Oh my god, his pants fell down! Damn, I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to live this one down. He didn't. It was a regular day at school. Me and my best friend had just finished eating lunch and we were waiting for a teacher to come and pick up our class. Eventually, it was time to line up, and as best friends do, we line up right next to each other. I move forward and slip on the floor, and the back of my head goes straight to his nose. This man falls in the most dramatic way possible while bleeding out his nose. I swear to you, this man flew an entire foot into the air and it looked like he was falling in slow motion. Somehow the nosebleed erupted with so much pressure that it gave him a superhuman amount of thrust comparable to that of a fighter jet. At this point, little old me is freaking out because I think I just killed my best friend and I thought I was going to jail or something. I thought the only way to move past this was to move out the country and be a wanted man for the rest of my life. What made things worse was that he was on the floor looking like he could take his last breath at any moment. At this point, our teacher pulls up asking my best friend what happened. He doesn't reply as he's on death's door ready to accept his fate. The teacher walks up to me and asks me, "How did he end up like this?" I respond in a panic, "It was him." I immediately point to the class dud who exists for the sole purpose of providing carbon dioxide to plants. I start to explain how he bumped into me, which made me bump into my best friend, which made all of this happen. Something to make the story sound as accidental as possible. And yes, I know that sounds messed up, but this guy was the equivalent of Rico from the Penguins of Madagascar. He was the embodiment of not caring and having random things in his pocket. He starts to ask if it was really him, and in the midst of this, my friend stands up like a total Chad. The gods had not abandoned him yet, for he was the chosen one. He had completed his trial in his own blood, sweat, and tears. He now had the power only few men throughout history have had, a power comparable to that of Lelouch from Code Geass. His words could now have real effect on reality, and with that power he said, yeah, it was him. With words mightier than any pen or sword, he had doomed a life, but saved another. The teacher starts to paint the full picture, and the other guy simply didn't care and just went along with it. The teacher starts to read him his punishment, and he gives him the heaviest punishment a child in elementary school could ever be given. He was placed on Santa's naughty list, and his green card turned into a red card. And he also got prison time, aka a timeout in the corner of our classroom, where he would have to rot for the remainder of the school day with absolutely zero human contact. I think they also called his parents because it was school policy or something. I'm sure whoever answered that call was not very pleased. I saw my friend the next day and he looked in perfect condition, so we just gave each other one of those long dab ups and laughed about what happened the previous day. In our eyes, we just pulled the biggest finesse of our lifetime. Our friend was also back the next day. I honestly felt pretty bad, so I helped him out on work and stuff by giving him answers. I eventually apologized, but yeah, that's been it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's another video on my second channel, so go check that out. Look in the description. And yeah, peace. Or maybe he was just playing dumb and plotting his revenge the whole time.